going on, family? Let's come on up in here. Let's get into it. Come on up in here, family. Let's get it. Let's get to it. Click that. Thank you for the likes. Let's get to 3,000 likes. Let's start the show. King of Uni, Sean Johnson. Come on up in here, family. How was y'all weekend? How was y'all weekend? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about a few things. I just want to highlight a few things. We're gonna really get down into more business, but I wanted to highlight a few things. That's it. That's it. I don't know if we're gonna have a long one or not. I think we're just gonna have an open discussion today with the family. I just want to check and see where everybody's at. But did y'all see the Jon Jones fight? Y'all saw the Mike Tyson fight, right? Who saw the Mike Tyson fight? Who watched the Mike Tyson fight on Netflix? And who watched the Mike Tyson fight on Netflix, y'all? I just want to know. Get a consensus real quick. If you saw the fight, give time everybody to get up in here. We're just gonna conversate and talk. Give time for the room to fill up, and then we're gonna get down to it. We have some things going. Shout out to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. We're doing some awesome things with the subscribers. We have kind of like a business think tank / investment group going on. And if you want to be a part of that, you have to be FBA, and you just got to subscribe to the channel. That's it. That's it. And we'll help you get your business off the ground. Start a black-owned business, put a product together, put it to market, and the rest is going to be history, right? It's going to be trial and error in there. You're going to learn. You're going to learn how to persevere. You're going to learn how to execute, because you're going to get challenges, and we're all going to be in the room there to help you with the challenges and get you over the hump. And you're not going to be by yourself. You're going to have a business. You're going to have business partners. You're going to have a team. And they're going to get you going. So that's one thing. I have some new shirts coming out. Oh my God. If y'all been checking my website, I just put up a Pan Black American hoodie. Oh my God. That hoodie is amazing, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't wait to order mine. How amazing that hoodie is. I can't wait to order mine. So I put up a Pan Black American hoodie, and I got a little Pan Black American canvas art that people might like. They want to put on their wall. You know, I think yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Y'all check it out. muchoart.com. It's available now for Black Friday. I'm putting my Black Friday. I'm gonna start getting my Black Friday sales together. I've just been working a lot, hustling. I got some things coming in. Yeah, just a lot of things going on. But anybody watch the Mike Tyson fight? What do y'all think about the Mike Tyson and I can't even remember the brother's name, the white dude's name. What's his name? Somebody help me out. What's the dude's name that Mike Tyson fought? Anybody watch that fight on Netflix? Y'all see those two women up there battling it out, and the girl kept headbutting, leading with her head and doing that, and they gave her the fight. The Irish lady. A lot of people think Mike Tyson fight is rigged. I don't think the Mike Tyson fight was rigged. I just think Mike's old, and he needed a payday. And now that he got his payday, he can sit down and chill now. He can sit down and chill. He can relax. Shout out to Mike. I wish that though on nobody. I don't want none of our people out there needing money to where they got to take on fights like that, take on risk like that. You know, it could have went really bad. Good thing Mike is resilient. You know, he's in a decent amount of shape. But we don't want to see what happened to Muhammad Ali happen to any fighter, right? Y'all know Muhammad Ali, that brother, probably one of the most prolific fighters that we got out there in boxing. Activist, stood on business as a foundational Black American. Just phenomenal person, human being. And in a time where a lot of things he was doing wasn't popular, he was cocky. You know, a lot of people want to try to humble. You know, there's a thing out there where everybody wants to humble FBA. Do y'all notice that? They hate for us to talk about our achievements. They hate for us to tell people who we are. They hate for us to have so much moxie that people just don't, you know, they want to humble us. They want our women to be humble. They want the men to be humble. They want to humble all Black American achievements. Do you guys notice that? We constantly have to, you know, keep standing on business. They don't like us the way we talk, our passion. They don't like that we're passionate people. They don't like that some of us is, you know, some of us is loud. They don't like that. But we got to be unapologetic with ours, man. We can't care. We can't care. We can't worry about what other people think about us. We just got to be who we are. We just got to stand on business. We got a lot of people coming in the room. Let me get a consensus, man. Did y'all watch the Jon Jones fight? Who watched the Jon Jones fight in here? Anybody watch the Jon Jones fight? Put a 1 in the chat if you seen the Jon Jones fight. What did you guys think of the Jon Jones fight? I watched it. I didn't even know. I missed it. What caused me to watch the Jon Jones fight was I saw videos of this brother kneeling down, talking to Trump. I think he gave Trump his UFC belt. And I was like, what's going on with this? And I was like, Jon Jones, is this recent? Is this old? Is this recent? Like, when was this? So I had to, you know, go through my phone, go through the social media. I had to go through my phone and go through my social media and find out what's going on. Right? That's what I had to do. I'd be like, what's going on with this? What's going on with this? And then I watched the fight. Amazing fight, bro. Amazing fight. Jon Jones is one of us. The greatest fighters in the world is foundational Black America. The greatest athletes in the world is foundational Black America. Y'all click that like button. Come on up in here, click that like button. Click that like button. We're about to get started. Get us to 3K likes. I just want to have an open discussion with the family. I just want to have an open discussion with the family. I want you guys to tell me what you guys want to talk about today. We might encounter a few tethers here and there, but I want to have an open discussion with the family. So y'all just come on up in here, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. And y'all know the shadow banning is real. The shadow banning is real now. You know, people are, you know, it seems like once you get to a certain level, they start watching your channel, and then before you know it, your views go down, your likes go down, and you're like, what's going on? A lot of people don't know when you're coming live, and so on and so forth. But you know, I want to have a little fun today with the family. I just want to talk. I don't really have a topic to talk about. What I do have topics to talk about. I just want to have an open day. It's Monday. We're gearing up for Black Friday. How many people know what's going on with Black Friday? Does anybody know the history of Black Friday? Does anybody know that if you're FBA, has anybody been paying attention to the grassroots and know that we're doing another blackout week? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know we're doing another blackout week? That we are buying black. We're not supporting other people's businesses, other groups' businesses, but we're going to focus on and support our business. Anybody know that? Y'all like the live? Bring the likes up. Let's get to 3K likes, and then I'll start bringing people up. Just warming. I got my heater like right next to me, y'all. It is, man. I'm in California, y'all. It's getting cold. Some of y'all might think 60 degrees is not cold, but for me, when it gets 60 degrees, I'm like, oof. I think it's like 59 or 55 degrees, something like that outside today. I'm cold, y'all. So I'm just letting this heater right next to me burn my arm a little bit, but also warm me up at the same time. But anybody know we're doing a blackout? We're only supporting FBA business. That's all we're supporting. FBA business. If you have an FBA business, type it in the chat. Let people know about it. Give us a little bit of context to it. If you'd like to come up and talk about your business, you're more than welcome. I want to leave that open. This is for FBA businesses only. We don't want anybody trying to sneak in their Caribbean joint or their African joint. It's all Black American. If you are a Black American and you own a business, we need to know about it. I believe some people are putting together a green book, like a digital green book, so you know where everything is. Where all the black businesses around the United States is. And this is the time where you jump in the car, you go travel 2, even 3 hours, and support a black-owned business. If you're in California, you know LA, a bunch of black-owned businesses out there. Inland Empire, Riverside. There's a couple places out there that you can go to that are black-owned. We have a black-owned grocery store in the Crenshaw district. Y'all need to go check that out and support that sister if you're in California. If you're down here visiting, I know it's Thanksgiving weekend. If you're down here in California and you're visiting your peoples, especially if you're in the LA area, make sure you go down to the Crenshaw district. Say, hey man, I want to go to the Crenshaw district and I want to check out the black-owned grocery store. And you go support that black-owned grocery store. So make sure you do that. And yeah, we're doing a blackout week, y'all. We are supporting FBA businesses only. FBA businesses only. If you're going to shop online with a foundational Black American business only. You got 𝗔𝗍 Nasheed. He has his rootworkstyle.com. If you want to support Marcel Dixon, he got americanabroad.com. You can buy some gear off there. If you want to buy gear from me, muchoart.com. muchoart.com. Man, I just put up some fresh. I mean, I'm not even done yet. I just haven't had time to put everything up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I got, man, these hoodies, I got the zip up hoodies. The zip up hoodies. Amazing. Amazing. Wait till I get the faces. I'm about to put up one with the Faces of America hoodie. Oh my God. That one. I'll try to put that up sometime today. It's gonna be phenomenal. And I'm gonna get my gear too. I gotta order mine. I gotta order my gear too. I gotta order my hoodie too. Oh my God. When I tell you these hoodies are phenomenal, I'm gonna show y'all. Oh my God, the hoodie. Woo. All I gotta say is go check out the Pan Black American hoodie I got up there. Just go check out the Pan Black American hoodie that I got up there. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see how phenomenal these hoodies are, man. It's the zip up hoodies. It's not the. I'm gonna do some pullover hoodies. I like all over prints. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I like all over prints. So you'll see a lot of my stuff with the print all over. I'm gonna make a few hoodies, maybe with a little bit of with the logos on them, or the little bit of the the style and things like that. But I'm into the all over prints. Check out my Lineage Business T-shirt. That's amazing. That's amazing right there. You want to stand on business? Get you a Lineage Business T-shirt or a Lineage Business. Get you your Lineage Business. I think it's awesome. But I wanted to highlight. I wanted to talk about the Jon Jones fight a little bit, man. Phenomenal foundational Black American. Was it 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 or whatever? I can't say that brother's name right now. I can't say that brother's name. Thank you for the follow. I can't say that brother's name right now. But he did that little, he did that little spin kick, backward spin kick to his stomach, to his rib cage, and crumbled that dude. Crumbled him. Crumbled him. And then afterwards, Trump, Elon, Vivek Ramaswamy was there. Brother turned to Trump, did the little Trump dance, pointed at him. And then I think what got people going crazy, and let me tell you something, man. Regardless of what you may think about Trump, he's not a bad guy. I mean, to call somebody. I mean, I don't think people know what a racist is. I really don't think y'all know what a racist is. Okay, a racist won't even touch. They're not gonna be buddy with anybody black. It's just they're just not gonna do it. Especially if you're a Southern racist, they let you know. Down there, and there's many different types of or forms of racism, but I don't think we can put Trump in that picture. I don't think we can put Trump. I think people who think Trump are a racist, I think y'all watch too much television, because y'all don't. First of all, I know y'all don't know Trump. I know y'all never been around Trump. And if y'all did, I want y'all to tell me what racist thing that y'all see him do. I don't think Trump is a guy that everybody should be afraid of. I think maybe Trump supporters. You got to understand, we got low IQ people in every race, y'all. Low IQ people in every race, y'all. Low. I mean, some of these Trump supporters, let's just keep it a buck. Not all of them, okay? But a lot of these Trump supporters, they're emboldened by Trump in the wrong way. They're emboldened by Trump in the wrong way. Emboldened. I was watching, I think somebody sent me a video of 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 from No Limit. And I don't know if this was if he's capping for the Democrats or not. I don't know if this is the real story or not. I'm gonna assume it's real. And I didn't even know he had a disability. He told a story where he parks his car in the handicap. He gets. I just saw it before I logged on. I just saw it, so it's fresh in my mind. He parks his car in the handicap, puts his handicap sticker up. He gets out the car, and there's a Karen, y'all. These white ladies, these Karens. You gotta watch out, these Karens. And she's like, "You can't park your car there. You can't park your car there. What's your disability? What's your disability?" And he's like, "Man, lady, I ain't worried about you, lady." Goes in the store, does his shopping, talks to a few people, comes back out. The lady is there with 3 cop cars. And the cops ask him something like, "Do you, what's your disability? Do you know that is that a fake handicap? Or do you know you can't park here unless you're really handicapped?" Now that I think about it, it sounds kind of suspect, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. Sounds kind of suspect, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So the three cop cars come to him and say, "Hey, you got this handicap sticker, but you don't seem to be handicapped. What's your handicap?" And he says, "I am disabled, but I don't want her to know. Can I talk to you over here for a minute in private? Talk to the police in private." He says, "I don't want you to tell this lady my disability, but I have a heart condition, and I'm on a machine." He lifts up his shirt and he shows the scar that they operate on his heart. He says, "I have problem walking long distance. I'm often out of breath. I'm on this LVAT machine right here. I got this LVAT machine, blah, 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 blah. I am disabled, but if this is, he pretty much tells me, this is illegal what you're doing." And he recites some statutes at 503 or 543 code or something like that. And the cop says he is familiar with it. And he said, "Well, then if you're familiar with this code, you're doing the wrong thing." And he goes, "I'm Big Swole from No Limit." And the dude start doing the Big Swole thing and recognizes who he is. And he goes back and they go back to the lady, and he tells the lady, "Hey, everything's okay here. You can go on about your business." And the lady is adamant. She's adamant, y'all. She's like, she's a real Karen. She's like, "Hey, you need to tell me his disability. You need to tell me his disability right now. I voted for Trump. And I need to know his disability right now." This is why I think it's propaganda, y'all. Okay, a little bit. It just seems kind of strange that a lady would mention, "I voted for Trump, and I need to know your disability." But this is his story, not mine. His story, not mine. I'm also disabled. I'm in a wheelchair, and very few times have I experienced this. I may experience this maybe one time in my life where a lady was like, where I didn't have my handicap placard, and the lady was like, and then when she saw me get out the car, she was, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." But I've never heard somebody tell me who they voted for, and because they voted for this person, why they need to know somebody's disability. So this is his story, not mine. The lady was so adamant. She's like, "I'm gonna block his car. I need to know his disability. The police. I'm gonna call some more police and get him over here." And they end up taking that police to jail. So the reason why I'm telling this story, right? The reason why I'm telling this story is y'all gotta understand that this is a lot of these Democratic shields are gonna be out. And everybody's going to have a story about living in a Trump America and how bad it is and how unsafe it is and how emboldened YT people are because of it. And I want y'all to really, really, really examine. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm not saying it won't happen. There won't be a few bad apples out there. But I don't want y'all to think that a lot of these stories are real. Because if you just listen to some of these stories, they just sounds ridiculous. To me, that's a ridiculous. I mean, it may have happened. I don't know. It may have happened. But the fact that they slid Trump up in there makes me think, it's Democratic propaganda. A lot of things may happen. Do you notice? For some reason, when Democrats are in power, it seems like this is when all the psyops come out. It seems that all these egregious things happen, right? More people seem to become unalived under this certain party of the Democrat when they're in power. Remember under Obama? Man, Trayvon Martin. I mean, all these shootings, all these unalivings of black people. I think if I'm not mistaken, the shooting of the grocery store where the suspected white supremacists went to the grocery store and pew-pewed it up. This is all under Democrats' watch. Crime bill, stop and frisk, all under Democrats' watch. All in Democrat cities, Democrat states. I'm telling y'all people, listen, I know y'all want to be beholden to the blue party. A lot of black people, you've been under heavy propaganda and heavy witchcraft. You've been under. I just want you to understand that. That's what they are. They're a propaganda machine. They have most of your movie stars, your Hollywood stars, your basketball players, your sports and entertainment, the media. They have it all under their belt. That's them. You don't gotta. All you gotta do is turn off that TV, and nothing they say can affect you. But the moment you keep watching their TV, you keep being entertained by their drama and their lies and their half-truths, they're gonna get you. You're gonna think you're gonna believe all they do is push fear, is what I'm saying. They push fear. False evidence appearing real. Fear. They get that into your psyche and you start to believe it. You start to believe it. All of a sudden you had a great day yesterday and you wake up and now your anxiety's at 10. Now your stress is at 10. Now you're believing everybody's out to get you. You're afraid to get in your car and drive to the store. You're just fearful. And that's because of mainstream media, legacy media. You got to turn that off. So when I hear people talk about the most craziest things that they talk about, the most fearful things that they talk about, when I hear people say, "Oh man, we got to be careful because of Trump," you know what that means? You're watching too much CNN. Turn that thing off. You watch too much television. When I hear people being fearful of what Trump is trying to organize and do, and when people are fearful specifically of Elon Musk and all this stuff, that lets me know y'all watching, y'all doing too much. You're allowing fear to control you. You're allowing fear to put false ideas in your head that haven't even happened yet. I'm like this, let's just wait and see. We can't stop him. He's already president. Let's just wait and see what the man does before we just jump to judgment and make all these assumptions. We know what it's like to be under a Trump presidency before. We know what it's like. He didn't do that bad of a job last time when he was in office. Y'all tell me something he did that was bad. And I hate to be a Trump apologist because I don't want to be a Trump. I don't want to defend Trump. I don't think, but I just want y'all to understand that is he really a bad guy? Is he really a bad guy? What has he done to you personally? I mean, Trump has done something to me personally. He messed up my business. I should be a millionaire by now. And even me, I understand, hey, Trump did the right thing. It messed up what I was trying to do, but he did the right thing. Why is it so hard for you to think that? I want y'all to understand that the reason why I want to talk about the Jon Jones fight, I want to specifically talk about Jon Jones and how he did his little Trump dance after his victory. First of all, he's one of the greatest foundational black Americans when it comes to MMA. I said MMC. MMA. Greatest warriors that we have out there. Tall, slim, and he uses everything to his advantage, y'all. He's hard to nail down. He's hard to pin down. His style is, he has an irregular style. He's quick. He's athletic. Nobody's taking that man down. Nobody's beating that man, Jon Jones. Nobody. Now, maybe when he gets Mike Tyson's age, you'll find a great white hope to come out there and say, "I challenge you, Jon Jones, to a duel." And then we all watch it because we want to see if he still got it in his old age. And then some YT brother just, "Yeah, I beat Jon Jones." You know, y'all don't understand, that's the only type of wins they can get. Jake Paul, that's what I remember the name. Jake Paul. It's like the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Think about it. Everybody was hoping that we're going to see just a glimmer of the old Mike Tyson. I think we're all hungry to see Mike Tyson just get one more last hurrah. Even me, I was like, I was hoping that he gets one big punch on Jake Paul. Just one big punch. But y'all got to understand, those are gimmick fights. And it's not good business for Jake Paul to lose. I'm going to just say it like that. It's not good business for Jake Paul to lose. Yeah, that's a money talk. Yeah, that's money. It's a money. It's money. It's a money grab. If Jake Paul loses, the stigma of all these fights go out the window. If Jake Paul loses, there's no more money for any of these fighters. So these fighters almost have to kind of in their best interest to let him whoop up on him and him win. Because then the money fights keep going. These celebrity fights are interesting. They're interesting. They are. They're interesting. People are entertained by them. But for Jake Paul to get too many losses, it ruins it. So it's almost like you go in there, you get 20 million to get beat up, and he gets his 60 million. And guess what? You're okay with that. That's a lick. Who wouldn't? I think if Jake Paul challenged you to a fight today, and then he called you up and said, "Hey man, we're gonna do this fight. I want us to talk mess. I want us to do it big for the entertainment and all that stuff. I'm gonna say some disparaging things. You're gonna say some disparaging things, and we're gonna get this fight going. But I need you to let me win." Are you gonna turn 20 million down? Sweetie said, "I'll lose the fight for 20 million. Are you gonna turn 20? Are you gonna be that one guy that tries to knock him out and put him out of his misery and end the fight game for everybody else? You know how many people are gonna be mad at you? Like, man, why did you do that, man? He was gonna challenge me next. I mean, it's a money grab. It was an introduction for Jake Paul to fight in the next heavyweight fight. It was it? Is it, Mongo? I don't know. What? Maybe. I mean, maybe I'm reading it wrong. Okay, I'm thinking heavyweight championship fight. Okay, yeah. He needs to keep fighting. This is a big. Imagine you being a heel. Jake Paul is a heel, right? If this was WWE, Jake Paul would be the heel. Everybody's showing up to see Jake Paul lose. Everybody wants to see Jake Paul lose. Very few people want to see Jake Paul win. Very few. Everybody's showing up to see him lose. They want everybody. They want his athleticism, his boxing prowess. They want it to be exposed. Mayweather lost for the money. Who did he lose to for the money? Who did Mayweather lose to for the money? I don't remember. I think Mayweather's undefeated, right? If I'm not mistaken, Mayweather's undefeated. 50-0. John Paul, Jake Paul brother, he didn't lose that fight. There was no. I think that was an exhibition bout. I don't think they declared a winner in that fight. If I'm not not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But I remember when he did fight his brother. I think matter of fact he dismantled that dude. He beat the brakes off that dude. He didn't lose that fight. He beat the brakes off that dude. That's one thing. Mayweather's not losing. If anything, Mayweather is the heel in all of his fights. Everybody's showing up to see Mayweather lose. They're showing up to see, especially when good morning. Especially when he fights the Hispanic group. When he fights Hispanics, man, that's like black and Hispanic fights are notorious for being one of the biggest fights in America. It's like they always put us against each other. You know, whenever you get a black fighter and a Hispanic fighter, you best believe them Hispanics are showing up to see their boy whoop on the black person. They showing up. You best believe it. Big fights, and I give respect to Hispanic, y'all, warriors. A lot of y'all is warriors. Julio Cesar Chavez, warrior. Warrior. Oscar De La Hoya. Warrior. He is. But when you come up against a foundational black American, we're going to give you that business. We're going to give you that business. Everybody knows it. We got so many foundational black American great fighters that we can name off. So many. More than everybody, more than any other group. More than YT, more than the Hispanics. We got a lot of great foundational black American fighters. It's just what it is. We be in there giving y'all that work, giving y'all that business. And y'all know it. We don't, y'all show up just to see if we're going to lose. That's what y'all do. Y'all show up just to see if we're going to lose. Just to see. Y'all just curious. I just want to see this brother lose. And Mayweather capitalized off it the most. Mayweather really played into it. Remember that time when he was fighting, was it Oscar De La Hoya or who was it? Who was it? Anyway, he showed up in all Mexican attire, showed up with their flag on, their hat on. Man, that brother Mayweather knows how to trigger y'all, trigger them Hispanics, don't he? He knows how to trigger them, and he gets them all riled up, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a good fight. He puts on a good show, and his skill. He is so skillful that it's seen, it's recognized, it's known. So much skill this brother has. So foundational black American, that's just part of how phenomenal we are. So a lot of people think the Mike Tyson fight was rigged. It possibly was. It possibly was rigged. That's how they do it. They want everybody in the world shows up to see black Americans lose. Everybody. Think about it. Think about why you got to bring out an aging Mike Tyson out of retirement and fight this brother. Think about that. That's them needing a win. They need a win so bad that they gotta wait till you old. Like I bet you money, if Muhammad Ali was still in decent shape, there would be all type of YT people calling them out, and they want to see. They want to get a win over the great Muhammad Ali. 60 years old, 58 years old. That's insane to be in the ring and fighting and taking risks and heavy punches like that. I'm happy for Mike. I'm glad he got his $20 million. Now he can sit his butt down and he don't got to worry about nothing. He can pay his bills, he can sit his butt down, and he don't got to worry about nothing. If anything, he proved to himself that he can still stand in there. At the beginning of the fight, he was putting in some work. Beginning of the fight. Yeah, I was like, okay, there's a little glimmer. But as it got on, you saw Mike huffing and puffing. You saw Jake Paul huffing and puffing. Both of them huffing and puffing. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I was falling asleep on the fight. I was watching the fight, dozing off, kept waking up, what happened now? Did he knock him out yet? And I'll be watching the fight, and I'll just be like, just dozing off. He can do certain things in his contract. Yeah, a lot of people think it was rigged. Mike, has anyone ever seen Mike bite his glove before that many times? I don't think I've ever seen Mike Tyson bite his glove. That was weird to me right there, that Mike Tyson kept biting on his glove. That was weird to me. I've never seen Mike do that. Mike tried to play it up like it was a thing, but I don't know. Maybe he was nervous. Maybe it's a coping mechanism to calm down his anxiety. I don't know what the heck the biting of the glove was with Mike, but I guess that explains him biting Evander Holyfield's ear. I don't know. I have no clue what that was, but that was the first time I seen that, y'all. But shout out to Mike. I'm glad he got his money. Now that brother can sit down and relax, take care of his family. He's set for the rest of his life. That $20 million, he's set. He's set. He could pay all his bills. You know, he can take care of his family, his kids. I think he's good. But I want to talk. I want to go back to the Jon Jones fight, because I didn't even know Jon Jones was fighting. I just saw social media, and I went back and watched the highlights, and I watched like the full third round. I didn't even watch the first and second round. But apparently, Jon Jones was just massacring this brother, picking him apart in every single fashion, just patient, picking his spots. See, when you got to understand, when your emotions are calm, you're heightened. You can flow better. There's no blockage. And when you see Jon Jones fight, it's not, he never looks mad. He looks focused. He looks patient. He's picking his spots. You know, sometimes I'd be like, Jon Jones, you should have went in and killed him there, but he's careful, he's cautious, he'll break you down. He's precise. He just breaks you down masterfully. And in third round, that reverse kick, that backwards kick to the rib cage, and the fight's over. You saw that brother go down. You saw that heel kick hit him in the rib cage, and that brother went down. It was over after that. He could have backed off and let him up, but he went in. He knew that was the time to go in for the kill. But what I want to talk about with Jon Jones is the Trump dance. The Trump dance, and what may seem to others as him pandering to Trump. I want y'all to understand, family, that first of all, I don't think he was pandering to Trump. I think he was just showing respect. And I think you're going to see a lot of people of color, especially black men, even black women, you're going to see people giving Trump his respect. Now, granted, it's a little too soon, but there are people out there that recognizes the things that Trump and his family had to endure just to become president of the United States. Now, I'm not a Trump apologist, but I just see things different, family. I try not to be biased. I try to just really look at things for what it is. I remember, I think it was the 2016. I think it was that one, when Trump was running against Hillary. And I was driving around. I wasn't even going to vote, but I felt compelled to vote. And I didn't want to vote Hillary. I really didn't want to vote Hillary. I really didn't want to vote Trump. I was conflicted. I'm like, how can I vote for a racist? But how can I vote for Hillary? I just don't respect that woman. And I voted for Hillary. And I was just, it was like I felt even worse after that. Like, oh, what did I do? What did I just do? What did I just do? And that was during the time when I was still watching television. Still watching television, y'all. Coming out of the witchcraft. I was just coming out of all that propaganda and witchcraft. And the Democrats, the I'm good on both, there's good people on both sides. Africa, the shithole country, and all this other stuff. I was like, man, I can't, man. He seems like he means well. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of what he's trying to do is good, but I can't. This whole racial thing. I'm polarized. I'm conflicted, and I didn't know how to deal. That's probably one of the first time I ever been conflicted. Like I'm thinking like we've always had racist presidents, and I voted before. I voted when I was 18. I voted in my 20s. I did vote. I think I missed a few elections here and there, but for the most part, I voted. I pretty much if I'm being honest, I voted for whatever my dad told me to vote for back then. My dad told me vote Democrat, vote this guy, vote that guy, you know? And I just amplified my father's vote at that time. I just did what my dad told me to do. And he was under heavy witchcraft and heavy propaganda because my dad watches the news. My dad the OJ case, he was watching the OJ case like it was a soap opera. Okay, my dad, you know, my dad was a little bit older, so he retired early. He was retired military. So my dad had me in his 40s when he was like 39, 40 years old. So you know, I'm like 16, 17. You know, my dad was home already. I had my dad home already. Okay, my dad was set. He retired early, and he just was chilling. And my dad was watching westerns and legacy media and you know, Young and the Restless was big in my home. Everybody remember Young and the Restless? Victor Newman. That was big in my home. But I just did whatever my dad told me to do. I did whatever my dad said, vote this way, this is the way I voted. But he was under heavy propaganda and witchcraft. And I love my dad. My dad was a good man. He raised me the right way. But if I'm being honest, he was under heavy witchcraft. A lot of us have older people who want to cape for the Democratic Party. That doesn't mean they're bad people. They're just they just don't realize they've been propagandized their whole life. And I love the younger generation because they're waking up, right? They're waking up. They're like, we're not voting necessarily what our parents and what our grandparents told us to vote. They're actually seeing things in real time. And they're voting different. They have access to social media, so they're able to see things. They're able to see more of the grassroots and what other people are saying. You know, social media is shaping the minds. It's shaping especially the young people's minds. The young people are connected to social media, and I don't think social media is a good tool. I think the elites are trying to figure out the best way to use it to program the young minds, but it's also a freeing of the mind for a lot of people because they get information they wouldn't have gotten had they been just focused on legacy media. Because like if you watch your legacy media, man, you're just, like I said, you're fearful. You're fearful, people. You are fearful. I can tell how much news you watch by how much fear you got in your heart. If you're constantly worrying about this and that and acting like the world is going to fall or the world's going to end tomorrow, you're watching the news. I can tell. You're watching the news. You're under heavy witchcraft and heavy propaganda. That's what I know. Most people are. Most people are stuck in the matrix and they may never get out. But there is an awakening happening, and shout out to those who are awake. Shout out to those who are paying attention. Shout out to those who are learning and growing and deciding to become critical thinkers and think for themselves. Because that's what it comes down to. Do you have a critical mind or not? If you don't have a critical mind, people who don't have a critical mind that follow the masses, you're under. That's another sign. Bot. I call you NPCs. I call you bots. Because you're so plugged into the system that you can't even think for yourself. Even when you think you're thinking for yourself, somebody already made that decision for you and you're just following suit. You're just following suit. That's all you're doing. You're just following suit. So you're going to see a lot of people of color giving Trump his flowers. Especially when Trump does what he says he's going to do. If you don't think Trump is going to do that mass deportation, I think you're crazy. If you don't think Trump is going to go after his political opponents that try to get him, I'm not a fan of the unity Trump. I like the old Trump, the where he says, if I get a person, if I get a chance to get revenge on somebody, you take it. I like that Trump. I like that Trump a lot. You know, everybody wants Trump to calm down because they know what they did to him, and they don't want him to do it to them. They don't want Trump to get his get back, but I want Trump to get his get back. I pray. Matter of fact, one of my prayers when I pray for Trump is that Trump gets his get back. that Trump goes after everybody that went after him. That Trump dismantles the agency, the 3 letters, agency. That he goes after all those political opponents that went after him and tried to jail him. The Bidens, the Clintons, the Obamas, Kamala. I want them all going down. All of them. I want him to go. I want him to dismantle the whole Democratic. I think they all need the Hunter Biden. I think they all need to go to jail. I think they all need to go to jail. All of them. Every last one of them need to go to jail. I don't want him to pay Kamala's bill. She's $20 million in debt. Let her figure it out. Let her raise up some more money that she raised. Let her raise some more money and pay her bills. Let's see who supports Kamala now. Let her raise up her own money and pay her own bills. That's what I think. Nobody should be letting that girl off the hook. Nobody. You're in debt, you pay your bills. But this unity Trump where he thinks, oh, we're going to do the right thing. You know, I get it. But you got the Senate and the House, Trump. You don't need to be bipartisan right now. You just need to go out there and go to work. You got the House, you got the Senate. You just need to go out there and do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Dismantle the education system. Yes, I know some people are afraid, but I'm for that. Dismantle it. Get rid of it. It hasn't served our kids anyway. Get all the LGBTQ, the flag, the rainbow flag, get them all up out of the school. Stop grooming our kids. We don't want it anymore. I'm 100% for that. Who cannot be? Who wants to send their kid to school and somebody and you got a boy dressed up like a girl as a kid? As a kid. I think we just need to go back to uniforms, y'all. I think you need to stop telling. I think we need to stop saying we need to let kids be kids and they just need to play and have fun. Everything's innocent. No. I think we need to be raising kids to become adults. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. I think we don't need to be talking gaga, goo goo, and baby talk to kids. I think we need to be enunciating our words so kids know how to communicate effectively. I don't think we need to be talking to kids like they're slow. I think we need to be talking to kids like in a way that they can understand. But we don't have to dumb it down. I think everything is not all about play. And I think kids will be better kids if they, I'm not saying they shouldn't play. Yeah, they need structure. They need structure. They need structure. The kids need structure. Structure and discipline. I think we owe them as parents to give them that before they go to school. Yeah, give them time to play, but let them know that there's listen, man, let me tell y'all this story. When I was like 8 or 9 years old, I was one of those kids that wanted to grow up fast. I wanted to be an adult like yesterday. So one of my things that I did, because I wanted to be an adult like yesterday, I don't know where this idea came. I don't know what I was thinking. I put all my toys in a box. All my toys. I wanted to be an adult, y'all. I wanted to be an adult. I put all my toys in a box. And took it out and put it on the side of the road for the dumpster. And the trash man came and threw away all my toys. I wanted to be an adult. I put my Hot Wheels in there. I put my G.I. Joes in there. I put my He-Man and my Skeletor, all that stuff in there. And I put it in there. And I took it out put it in the box, took it out to the dumpster. All my Legos. Okay, I had a few toys. My dad didn't buy me a lot of toys, but I had a few toys. I mean, that's pretty decent size. I had a game, a little boxing game that you push like this, and the man, punches the man and all that stuff. And it was like this was before Xbox and PlayStation. This was like in the Atari days, right? Put all that stuff in there, put it by the side of the road, and boy, did I regret it later. I remember when the trash man came and took my toys. I was looking out the window. He took that box, threw it away, and it just dawned on me. What am I gonna do now? I don't got nothing to play with. I don't got nothing to do. I'm bored. And I couldn't do nothing. I didn't have no toys. I think I started asking my dad to buy me toys, and he was like, "What'd you do with your toys, boy?" And I was like, "I don't know. They're in the dumpster." "What your toys doing in the dumpster, boy?" "I don't know. I was a kid. I don't know. I wanted to be an adult so bad. I threw away all my toys, and I had to deal with boredom. I would stay outside till the street lights came on. I had to come inside, and I was bored, y'all. Bored. I started picking up books. That was the first time I started getting into something called choose your own adventure books. I started getting heavily into these choose your own adventure books. I love these those choose your own adventure books saved my life. I would read these books as a kid, and I would get to pick my outcome. You know, if you want to go down the rocky path or you want to go through the cave, that's what it was. I began to read. I began to apply myself. I began to have a thirst and a hunger for knowledge and information growing up as a kid, because I took away all. I read encyclopedias. We had Encyclopedia Britannica. We had the Black History Encyclopedia Britannica. So I read the ones with all the black heroes in it. Okay. So I started to read. My mind started to develop, more. I just wanted to be an adult. I was tired of being treated like a kid. We used to play kickball in the house, and we knew we wasn't supposed to play kickball in the house. And my sisters would always get me to kick, and I would kick the ball. And my sister would always break something in the house and blame it on me. So I used to get all the whoopings came to me. I inherited all the whoopings in my family because I was the only boy, and my two sisters would team up on me and point. He did it, and I get in trouble. But children, I always say this: a child needs his mother from 0 to 3. But from 3 to adult, he needs his father. They need structure and discipline. Structure and discipline. And you want them to be critical. You want your children to become critical thinkers. How do you do that? By making you want your kids to become critical thinkers. Put a problem in front of them. And force them. Make them solve it by themselves. Do not help them. Do you know puzzles are good for children? Do you guys know that puzzles are real good? Crossword puzzles, picture puzzles, where they got to put puzzles are really good for. They turn them into problem solvers. You want to turn your children and give them a critical mind, and so they can figure stuff out. Don't give them the answer all the time. My dad's biggest thing was go figure it out. Go figure it out. That's the biggest thing you can do for your kids. Tell them, go figure it out. And let them solve the problem. Don't help them. They're going to throw a temper tantrum. They're going to get frustrated. They're going to give up. They're going to quit. They're going to do all that. But you say, you don't get to move on until you solve this problem. This is how you teach your kids how to execute, how to finish a task. Don't give them an out. Don't give them an out. Force them to sit there and figure it out. And you know what happens? They begin to figure it out. They become self-reliant. I don't know if y'all can see my shirt here. It says, I am self-reliant. Go get this shirt in the Mucho Art store. It's there right now. Become self-reliant. Raise your kids to be adults. Don't raise your kids to be kids. because they're not going to be kids forever. I'm not saying take away their kid time and their time as a kid. Those are precious moments. But I'm saying raise your kids to be adults. My dad, you know one thing, my dad didn't lie about the Easter Bunny. He told me the Easter Bunny wasn't real. He told me he was Santa Claus, so give him the cookies, give him the milk, and he'll drink the milk and eat the cookies. That's how my dad was. He was like, I'm Santa Claus. I'm the tooth fairy. Put your tooth under the pillow and I'm gonna come when you're asleep. And you're not even gonna know I'm there. And I'm gonna leave some money under your pillow. I'm the tooth. My dad demystified everything. I'm the tooth fairy. I'm the Easter Bunny. I'm Santa Claus. I'm the guy that gets you all the birthday presents. Me. If you want to thank somebody, thank me. That's my dad. I did it all. I did it all for you because you're my son and I love you. That's my dad right there in a nutshell. Matter of fact, I don't even remember my dad apologizing, y'all. My dad's not a big, my dad would say things like, I'm 99.9% right. All the time. My dad would say things like, I'm 99.9% right. Whatever I say is the law, becomes the law, is the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That was my dad. My dad had a standard, said this is the standard in the home, you don't go below this standard. You don't go below this standard. This is what it is and this is what it isn't. So I don't believe in raising kids to be kids or just to be fun. I think you need to be preparing them for the next stage in life. That's why I'm glad that this educational system is going away. I think we need to put these kids back in uniforms and let the kids socialize like kids and not worry about, what gear you got on, how your mama dressed you up and put you in Jordans and how you look. We shouldn't be putting that in. All these kids, the only thing they should be focusing on is their schooling, learning, their education. Yeah, they're gonna have time to play. Yeah, they're gonna have time to socialize. That's good. Yeah, they're gonna gravitate to their little groups. That's normal. That's also that's called society. But should we be encouraging playtime? Not all the time. Because we know the real world is not about games. The real world is about chess. It's strategy out here. It's leveling up. That's what and that's what I think we need to be preparing our kids for. I think that's the best you can do. Look at Michael. Look at how successful Michael Jackson became because he didn't have a childhood. I want y'all to look at it from that perspective. Look at how successful Michael Jackson became because he didn't have a childhood. He had a father that would kick his butt if they get in there and practice, drill, practice, rehearse. Drill, practice, rehearse. Do the same thing over and over and over again until you become an expert, until you become a specialist, until you master this thing. Think about if you put that into your children at an early age, how you wouldn't have to worry about if your kids are going to make money or not, if your child's going to become a millionaire or not. You don't got to worry because you put it in them as a child. Let him enjoy himself as an adult. Let me tell you, life is much more funner when you got money as an adult versus when you're broke. A lot of y'all are putting that, instead of transferring your fear to your children, transfer confidence to your child. Belief in self. Those are the things you need to transfer to your children. Belief in self. That's the biggest thing I can say that I have. That if I had a superpower, my superpower would be I believe in me. I don't believe there's nothing I can't achieve and nothing I can't do. If I see one person do it, that's just confirmation that I can do it also. That's my mindset. You can't tempt me with money. I'm gonna get to the bag regardless. I don't covet what you got. I want what's for me. So I don't got, so if I see you ride off into a new car or get some money or come into a promotion, I can honestly be happy for you because it's not gonna affect what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get what I'm supposed to get. I'm going to get what I'm supposed to get. I have belief in me. Faith in God, belief in God, but I also got belief in me. I often say, pray like it's up to God, but act like it's up to you. Pray, and then get out there and go do it now. Talk to God about it. Download the information that God is putting upon you, and then go out there and put that information, that knowledge, that wisdom, and put it to work on your behalf. I mean, we know repetition is the mother of all skills. The more you do it over and over and over and over and over again, it becomes a skill. Thank you so much. It becomes a skill. It becomes you become competent in that thing. And competency breeds confidence. Confidence is attractive to everybody. Men are attracted to confidence. Women are attracted to confidence. Everybody's attracted to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Supreme confidence, man, that's the best confidence to have. When you just know, and people can sense that it gives them a sense of comfort. It gives them a sense of ease. They're like, oh man, this brother knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. Man, I can rest assured that things are going to get done. Why do you think Trump is so attractive? Whether y'all call him a con man or not. Whether y'all call him a con man or not, whether you like him, whether you love him, Trump has major belief in himself. That's why you voted for the man. He says things like, nobody can stop the war but me. Nobody can put this country together but me. Nobody can stop the war but me. On the first day I get in the office, this is what I'm going to do. When I get in the office, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's just so confident when he says it. It's like, how do you not believe him? How do you not believe him? That's what it is. Supreme confidence gives people comfort. It puts people at ease. It's like, man, I feel safe that this guy's in office because I believe him. I believe he's going to do what he says he's going to do. And I think that's what most people are excited about. So when people look at John Jones kneeling down to talk to Trump, some people said he kissed his hand. He didn't kiss his hand. He wasn't going that far. He was having a conversation with Trump. He was telling him how that he was proud that he was president. He was happy for what he's doing. He gave him the belt just to give him his flowers. He's saying, listen, I won this championship belt, but you're the champion of the country, of the world. Here's your belt. Take this. He was paying homage. He was showing his respect to what he thought in his mind was a great man. Doesn't matter the color. Doesn't matter the color. He was saying this is a great man. Now, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to believe, but I'm gonna just tell you, what has Trump personally done to you? And I'm not trying to be a Trump apologist. I'm just trying to put things in perspective. I'm just saying that you're going to see more people of color giving Trump his props, especially when he starts to do what he's supposed to do. What is it going to get for you to take to say, you know what? I'm not praying for the downfall of our president. I'm praying for the uplifting of our president. I pray that he's smart, he's intelligent, and he runs this country the right way. I pray that he dismantles the deep state. I pray that he makes America better than it was before. I pray that he cuts the government spending and frees up more money for him to do, for the government to do the right thing with the money. Like, get our reparations. Think about that. Some people think Trump cutting the spending of the government in half is a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. I think when we get out of $43 trillion of debt, wouldn't that be amazing? Isn't that more money? Isn't that more reason for us to stand on business and get our reparations? Think about that, people. We know they're printing money and giving it to all these other groups. When is it going to be time to get ours? Did y'all know that Trump was probably one of the first presidents to ever say black people built this country? Did y'all know he said that? He's the only president. Who else said that? What other sitting president said, I believe you guys built this country. You don't get credit for it, but I think people should know that black people built this country. Everybody built this country, but black people especially built this country. It was built on the backs of slaves. I don't think nobody's ever heard a president say that. And if y'all don't know he said that, go Google it. Google it. There's a clip out there. I don't know who. Maybe he was speaking to a bunch of. Maybe he was speaking to a church, or he was speaking to the Black Caucus. I don't know. I don't know who he was speaking to, but there was a clip out there, and it shows where Trump is saying, "Black people built America." That's a good start right there, y'all. That's a good start right there. Black people built America. Let's say it again. Black people built America. Black people built. Foundational black Americans are the reason why this country is wealthy, or put this country in position to where it can be wealthy today. It was FBA. It was on the backs of slaves and indigenous people. The indigenous people that got wrapped up into the slave slave trade. The African ancestry that we have in us. It was our ancestors who built this country into the powerhouse so quickly that it is today. Think about this. 1776, America gets its independence and becomes its own country. 1900s, 1800s, and 1900s, we're a powerhouse. We're a powerhouse. So much of a global dominant that they need us to get into these scuffles that they're having over there in Europe. And when we join that war, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. So I just want y'all to notice that, you know, a lot of people are saying John Jones. There's so many viewpoints on John Jones and what he did. I don't think he's kissing butt. He's still a young guy. I think he's like 38, 37, something like that. And imagine a 38, 37-year-old dismantling that brother like he did. Imagine him dismantling that brother like he did. Imagine that. John Jones is a prolific, is a great MMA fighter. I don't think anybody can mess with that brother unless he gets old. That's the only way you're gonna beat John Jones. Is you gotta wait till he gets old. You gotta wait till he's out of shape. Listen, the brother came in looking like Damon Wayans in The Great White Hope. Y'all see that belly he had on him? I think he did that just so he could make weight. But brother didn't look like he wasn't looking like his lightweight self. He looked like he had a dad bod. He looked like he had like a little belly. And he came in there and whooped up on that boy masterfully. Masterfully. Whooped up on him masterfully. And he paid homage, he paid respect to Trump, to the office of presidency. Isn't that what we're supposed to do for presidents? Especially when we believe they're a good president. Shouldn't we all rally behind the new president right now and pray that he does a fantastic job? Pray that he pushes the needle, not just for foundational black Americans, but for all America. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm not saying not to be critical, but don't be overly critical. Don't prejudge Trump. Let him go in there and show you what he's going to do. Let's see this mass deportation on January 20th. And as a FBA family, we need to stay out of it. That's not our business. That's not our fight. That's not our march. Let those other groups march. I don't want to see any FBA in the crowd. Please, please, please don't let them take your 𝗔𝗯𝗂𝘁𝘂𝘁𝗄𝗃 spirit and use it for evil. Don't let them take your 𝗔𝗯𝗂𝗁 spirit and rally support. Because that's what they use us. They use us as good luck charms. They use us as see FBA. They're what? No, don't be the token black guy. Stay out of it. We're delineating. Let those immigrants do their thing. If they want to march, if they want to fight, let them. We stay home. Get your popcorn out and just watch it. Just observe. That's not our business. What's happening to them does not affect black people one bit. It's just time that we stay out of it. Learn to not pick up other people's fights. If you're gonna stand on business for your lineage. We're not standing on business for others, especially when they don't have our best interests in mind. Especially when they have an anti-black community. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of these immigrants coming in here are anti-black, even though they're in our neighborhoods. When they get a chance to level themselves above foundational black Americans, they will. Look at what happened to the poor whites. The first chance, Irish was not considered white until the 1900s. Italians weren't considered white until the 1900s. Polish wasn't considered white until the 1900s. Even the small hats weren't considered white till the 1900s. But the moment they get a chance, Hispanics weren't considered white until the 1900s. Egyptians, Arabs wasn't considered white until the 1900s. Indians weren't considered white until the 1900s. Everybody, when they get an opportunity to practice anti-black hate, that's the key. That's the key to divide us. They don't want foundational black Americans clicking up with poor whites. They don't want foundational black Americans clicking up with any Indian, Arab, Hispanic. They don't want that. So how they keep everybody on code is they say you can become white and you can practice anti-black hatred. And the moment all these groups get a chance to practice anti-black hatred, they don't skip a beat. They don't skip a beat. They don't skip a beat. They all jump on code and they practice denigrating us. Why? Because they can. And I want us never to forget that, family. Think about that. All the allies you think we got, we don't got. YT, let's keep it a buck. The American system and other YT people told these immigrants that they were better than us, y'all. Told these immigrants that we were the lazy one. But we're the ones who are not fleeing, but we're the lazy one, right? They're the ones that gave them the right to practice anti-black hatred. Africans practice anti-black hatred, not all of them, but some of them. Caribbeans, not all of them, but some of them. Dominicans, not all of them, but some of them. When they get a chance to practice anti-black hatred, anti-black racism, they get on code real quick. Haitians, when they get a chance, they will. That's how they divide us. They'll say things like Nigerians are just as smart as Asians. And that's not even no disrespect to Nigerians. But if you believe that you're smarter than everybody else and most people, and you know when they tell that lie that Nigerians are more educated than black people, that's a damn lie. It's just a lie. It's a lie to divide them. When you have a YT podcaster, Pearly thing saying, I need to bring my Africans with me, My Africans work hard. I need to bring my Africans to America. That's a divide and conquer tactic. Then you put false belief in these people. Now they come over here thinking that they really are better than what they really are. We as foundational Black Americans, we got houses, we got cars, we got education, we got doctors, we got lawyers, we got nurses. That's nothing new. We got people in technology, we got people in STEM. What are you talking about? How do you think you're doing better than us? We got 2.5 million millionaires in this country. That's the divide and conquer, and everybody falls for it. And we can't forget that, family. We can't forget that all these people would rather be better than us than do the right thing. They would rather be able to jump the line and put us in the back instead of do the right thing and say, you know what? I shouldn't jump the line. I shouldn't try to cut. It's time for foundational Black Americans to get their just due. Why can't the other groups just say that? I don't want to cut the line. It's time for foundational Black Americans to get their check. That's what other groups should be saying. That's what they should be saying, family. They should be saying, guess what? I don't want to cosplay as them anymore. I don't want to take from foundational Black Americans. They are a unique people. They are a resilient people. They are the culture. They are the innovators of the world. They are the major influencers of the world. I want to be like them, and in order for me to do that, I don't want to cheat them. I want to give them what they're supposed to get. Yeah, no reparations, no vote. We need to put that on a t-shirt. We need to make that a slogan. We need to make that like, hey, if you're not putting reparations on the ballot, don't expect me to vote. Don't expect me to vote. We need to really stand on that, y'all. But imagine what the establishment, what the elites are doing to divide the people. They're dividing everybody. Peace. They're dividing everybody to be against us, and they're giving them consolation prizes to do it. They're incentivizing them to practice anti-Black hatred. Why do you think they won't put the anti-Black hate bill crime, the crime bill? Why do you think they won't do it? Who do you think is behind stopping it? I'm not going to mention their name. But there's a reason why they won't allow us to get what's ours. There's a reason why. Foundational Black Americans' identity has been stolen from them, people. I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to hear me. Our identity has been stolen from us, and the people who masquerade as us don't want anybody to know, and don't ever want us to get it back. But a lot of us, we know who we are. All we got to do is go talk to our parents. Go talk to our grandmothers. Go talk to the oracles, right? The historians of the past in our family, and they're going to tell us exactly who we are. There's a lot of foundational Black Americans who can say, I've never been a slave, because they've done their genealogy. Not saying that the slave trade didn't happen. Not saying that we don't have African ancestors who were slaves. But there are people who say, man, you know, we were farmers. We were sharecroppers. We were the original botanists on this land. We know the end. We know how to make things grow where other people can't. We were the original cowboys. That's who we are. That's who we are. We're a unique and special people. What is this? Okay. We're a unique and special people. We've gone through some horrific times. And we lasted. We survived. We're here. We're FBA. We're here. We're phenomenal people. Everything we touch turns to gold, y'all. Everything we touch. Everything we touch. Every industry we get in, we lead in it. We lead in it. We invented almost everything on this country. In this country, it was invented by a foundational black American. Almost everything you use today, all the major technology you're using today. Are y'all paying attention to Terrence Howard, y'all? Do y'all know who Terrence Howard is? Are y'all paying attention to what this brother is doing? They don't want y'all to know what Terrence Howard is doing, y'all. That's why they're not reporting on it. They don't want y'all to know that this brother is dang near a genius. The ancestors are downloading some things into this brother, and this brother is changing the game. Do y'all know that we're using Terrence Howard technology even right now in AI? Do y'all know that some of the things that Terrence Howard got patent is being used in technology and AI right now? That if he didn't do it, they couldn't use it. And that brother is so smart, he's talking about patent everything. We gotta think like Terrence Howard, y'all. We gotta patent everything. We gotta trademark everything. You understand? Do you understand, people? They don't want y'all to know. There's nobody talking about Terrence Howard in the mainstream media right now. They just think this brother is just another actor, another entertainer. This brother is brilliant. This brother did some things with the drones, where he does like a little Voltron, where the drones come together, and they form this little octagon, and they're able to lift 100, 200, 300 pounds, with all these drones coming together as one, into like a little octagon, weird kind of octagonal shape. Groundbreaking. The way this brother talks about carbon and the space. Y'all need to do y'all research on this, y'all. This is a foundational black American. Y'all ever have women, y'all experience this all the time. Even men. Even I have experienced this. You ever had that YT person say, "Can I touch your hair? Can I just feel your hair?" And they try to pretend like they ain't never touched a black person's head before, and they just want to touch your hair. They just want to feel how it feels. We are a good luck charm to a lot of people. That rubbing of the head thing, that's good luck. Don't let them fool you. You're actually right by saying, "Don't touch my hair." If a white person asks if they can touch your hair, you better say no. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Don't let them do it. Don't let them steal that energy. Yeah, we receive downloads. See, she knows we receive downloads through her hair. We receive. Listen, we are connected to the Most High, y'all. In everything we do, we are connected. I want y'all to understand that. I have a book out on, I have a book out, on click the link in my bio. It's called Command. It's called Pray. It's called Command, Download, and Unleash the Power of Prayer. Hence the download. A lot of y'all don't know how to pray because you're praying and you're not downloading what God has for you. You're not actually receive. It's command, download, and receive. You're not receiving what God has for you because you're just praying and then you're walking away casually, instead of meditating on the goodness of God and receiving the goodness that He has for you. And then once you receive and once you fully download everything God wants you to have, then you get out and you act upon it and you watch it manifest. That's the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce right there. That's the key to prayer right there. If you want to have a different prayer life with God, if you want to pray in a way that you probably never prayed before, go download my book. Unleash the Power of Prayer. Download my book. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. A lot of y'all are forgetting to download. You're praying, but you're not downloading. You're forgetting to receive what God wants you to receive. You're walking away too early. You're getting distracted too soon. You think you downloaded when you really didn't because you don't know how to download. Go buy that book. It'll change. I guarantee it. And it's cheap. I think it's like $3 or $5, something like that. I didn't. It's cheap. Go get it. It'll change your life. But y'all got to understand, we got some phenomenal foundational Black Americans. Terrence Howard is one of them. Who would have thought? You know who Billy Carson is? That brother is phenomenal too. He has some amazing ideas too. He's definitely a thinker. He's definitely someone who ponders. This guy's unlocking all these pyramids that they're going to. 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. Y'all need to check out that brother 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. That brother 19 Keys. Y'all need to check out that brother 19 Keys. They're on a different level. They're foundational Black Americans are on a different wave than everybody else, man. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Look how educated and smart that brother is. Most of those NOI brothers. I mean, imagine this. Imagine being ghetto, lived life of crime, grew up in a bad neighborhood, strung out on drugs, whatever. Dang near a crazy person. Dang near you're 5150. Okay? You're a danger to yourself, you're a danger to society. But when them NOI brothers get a hold of you, you start speaking like you got some damn sense. A lot of those NOI brothers, man, you can just tell, you can just almost tell what these NOI brothers, you can almost tell who's an NOI brother by the way they talk. By the way they carry themselves. You can tell those who were born into it. I'm saying like this. You can tell those who were born into the NOI and those who converted to NOI. There's a big difference. There's a big difference from someone born into something than someone joining up later. You can tell. The speech, the talk, the pattern, it's different. Look at Malcolm X. All the things he did in his past. And look who he became because he got with the right group. He got under the right teaching. Think about that, family. Think about that. He got under the right teaching. Whatever those brothers on the NOI are doing, when it comes to discipleship, they're by far the best when it comes. Think about it. Christianity, all you Christians out there, right? Where's your discipleship at? Why doesn't your church have a discipleship program? Have you ever heard of a church having a discipleship program? Has anybody ever heard of their church having a discipleship program? I want to know. Christians don't disciple anymore. They brought everything and made it into a church, into a business. into an organization. They brought everything into the house. They think that when you go to church, you're being discipled. No. I had a buddy of mine who was strung out on crack. Really, really bad. He went to church and they couldn't pray that crack demon up off of him. There wasn't enough prayer that even the old grandmas prayed for this brother. And he still couldn't get off crack. The crack demon just had him. He was hitting that pipe. He was hitting that pipe. That's all he wanted to do. His life was going down the drain. Every church you can think of, he went to. And none of them could heal him or get that crack demon up off of him. It wasn't until he went to the NOI, and this is how I know they're the real deal. It wasn't until he got with some NOI brothers. It wasn't until then that he got with some NOI brothers that he was able to beat crack cocaine. Got off crack, got cleaned up, got his life together, start working for companies like Disney in their tech department, start traveling all over the world. The brother was homeless, on the streets, smoking crack. There wasn't no church that would receive this brother. He was so dirty. He was so smelly. He had let his life go down in the dumpster. Let his life go down so bad. You would look, if you would have known this brother, you would think, man, he's always going to smoke crack. He's probably going to unalive smoking crack. He's done. There's nothing that you can do to help this brother. This brother went to churches and people looked at him like, oh, I don't want him sitting next to me. But you know what saved him? Discipleship. Oh wow. They flagging my account, y'all. I don't know what did I say? I guess I can't say crack or something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna restart the live anyway. I'm gonna just restart the live. So y'all just come back in the room. They done flag my account. I was trying to tell a story of power and positivity, but they messed that up. Wow, they just flagged my account. I guess I can't say crack. Crack. I can't say crack. Got to be more TikTok friendly. But I'll finish up the story before I restart the live. The discipleship is what saved that brother's life. A group of brothers that said, hey, we used to do what you do, and we're gonna make sure you stay off of it, like us. You're gonna come live in our home, and we're gonna take care of you. The chemical warfare heaped upon our village. Yeah. That crack destroyed us, y'all. Destroyed us. Yeah, I'm about to restart this live. They didn't flag me. God damn. I got two restrictions. Live visibility description and live restriction for some audience. I guess I'm speaking too mature over here. Let me just go ahead and I'll finish my story on the other side. Let me restart the live and I'll finish my story over there.